Alright, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, HaKadosh. Double honors to the apostles and the others, great millstone. And salutations to all Akim out there pushing this truth and all truth and sincerity diligently throughout the four corners. Alright, I'm Brother Shamar Ahmad from Great Millstone, Miami. Coming to you, Akim, with another quick lesson. Alright, and Lord's will, this lesson be quick, edifying, and straight to the point. Alright, the title of this lesson is going to be, In the Twinkling of an Eye, We Will Have No Bodies. Alright, and that twinkling of an eye is alluding to 1 Corinthians 15 and 52, which when Yahweh returns, man, these bodies that we're in, okay, the scriptures call them chains of darkness, man. We can't enter into the kingdom with these bodies, man. Sin lieth in these bodies, which we will get in Romans the 7th chapter. All right, these bodies are a death trap. Okay, they're programmed to do sin. So therefore, in the transition of us getting delivered and getting beamed up into the chariots, all right, which will, us getting delivered entails the destruction of Babylon, the destruction of the wicked rule, will lead to us having to shed these bodies with this place and inherit a new body, okay, where righteousness will be implemented within those new bodies. It's going to be woven within, all right, put in the DNA of these new bodies that we're going to receive. And therefore, just like how we're looking for a new heaven and a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness, and these new bodies that the Israelite man, woman, and child is going to receive, and it will dwell righteousness, man. All right, we're going to be all righteous. We're going to be programmed to do right for life, all right? And that's, think about that. Okay, so with that being said, I want to bring out a few precepts and I close out. This is the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 15, and I start at verse 50. It says, Now this I say, brethren, that flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom of the Most High, right? These bodies that we're in, these corruptible bodies, these mortal bodies, are nothing but flesh and blood, and it cannot enter into the kingdom of the Most High, man. Why? They're defiled, man. These bodies are filthy. These bodies are, again, they're programmed to do sin. Think about how much times you're in the public space, man. Okay, and you're thinking, and in your spirit, you just all in the spirit. You're trying to do right, you're trying to move right. You know what I'm saying? But then your body, this flesh, all right, does something that is wrong, and it's like, damn, all right. Now you gotta repent, you gotta pray, you gotta beg the Lord for mercy. But when we get out of here, when we receive those incorruptible bodies, those bodies immortal, all right, those type of situations won't happen anymore. All right, and that's part of hastening the day of the coming of the Lord, man. Because when Yahweh returns, we're gonna be as He is, man. Okay. It says, now this I say, brethren, that flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom of the Most High, neither doth corruption inherit incorruption. Behold, I show you a mystery. We shall not all sleep, but we shall all be changed in a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trump. For the trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be raised, all right, incorruptible, and we shall be changed. For this corruptible must put on incorruption, and this mortal must put on immortality. All right, so we're going to put on immortality, man, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trump. All right, when we get translated, when we get pulled out of the fire through the spirit of power, Yahweh Shah, Lord's will, we be part of that elect and we get delivered, man. All right, what the scriptures say, 2/3 therein shall burn, but the third shall be delivered out of the fire. Roughly paraphrase, Lord will, we get delivered. All right, the Lord not going to allow us to enter into such holy vessels as the chariots with these fleshly with these mortal bodies. No, we're gonna have to put these off and put on a different body, man. Which Yahweh Shem Shai has set up for us, man. Okay, and that's beautiful, man. All right, that's beautiful. Okay, verse 54 says, so when this corruptible shall put on incorruption, and this mortal shall have put on immortality, then shall be brought to pass the saying that is written, death is swallowed up in victory. Right. Because, all right, again, in these bodies, in these chains of darkness that are programmed to do sin, what is the wages of sin? The wages of sin is death, man. So these are technically bodies of death, man. Okay, but through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai, us fearing and serving the Lord, all right, keeping the law, statutes, commandments to the best of our ability, all right, and trusting in Yahweh Shema Shai, moving in the spirit, being the sons and daughters of the Most High, following Yahweh Shai's lead, okay, while being in these bodies of death, the Lord will guide us to life, all right, so that way we may be able to conquer death, man. We may be able to have victory over the flesh, man, as Yahweh Shai had victory over the flesh, okay, and therefore we will get translated. We will shed these bodies and receive new bodies. All right, then there's gonna be no more death, man, because then the new bodies, okay, the law, statutes, and commandments will be placed within us, man. All right, so as compared to these bodies that are bodies of death, the bodies that we're going to inherit when Yahweh Shai returns are going to be bodies filled with life, man. Okay, it says, "O death, where is thy sting? O grave, where is thy victory? The sting of death is sin, and the strength of sin is the law. But thanks be to the Most High who giveth us the victory through our Lord Yahweh Shai HaMashiach," man. All right, and that's the point, man. All right, it's through the lead of Yahweh Shem Shai that we will be able to get this victory, man, and be able to inherit these new bodies, all right, and inherit the kingdom, all right. This is the book of Romans 7, all right, and I want to jump to verse 14. Yeah, I'm gonna start reading from verse 14. It says what? The conflict of two natures, right? Romans 7 and 14 says, "For we know that the law is spiritual, but I am carnal, sold under sin." Sold under sin. And why was this being stated? Is because who wrote the book of Romans, man? Okay, Paul, right? It says what? That it says what? For we know that the law is spiritual, but I am carnal, sold under sin. So Paul understood that he was in the flesh, man. All right, and being in these fleshly bodies, all right, sin is always at the door, man. Okay, all right. It says what? For that which I do, I allow not. For what I would, that I do not. But what I hate, that I do. If then I do that which I would not, I consent under the law that it is good. Now then, it is no more I that do it, but sin that dwelleth in me. And another reason as well, man, because the law is spiritual, man. The law is the keeping of life, man. But being in these carnal bodies, man, all right, which Yahweh Ba'ashim Shah had already known this was going to be. All right, that's why when you go into the Old Testament, there were sacrifices placed for when we fall short, man. All right, it's difficult to keep the law, all right, in these bodies, man. It's a constant fight. That's why in these new bodies, the law, statutes, commandments is going to be put within us, man. All right, no more on stony hearts, but on fleshly, man. Okay, all right. So it is sin that dwelleth in me, man, in these bodies, right? Okay, it says what? For I know that in me, that is in my flesh, dwelleth no good thing. For to will it, so like it says, for to will is present with me, but how to perform that which is good I find not. You know what? I want to read this in the NLT, bro. In the NLT it says, "And I know that nothing good lives in me, that is, in my sinful nature. I am, so like I want to do what is right, but I can't." being in these chains of darkness, man. Okay, all right. It says, "For the good that I would not, Salaki, for the good that I would do." Let me reread that. It says, "For the good that I would, I do not, but the evil which I would not, that I do. Now, if I do that, I would not. It is no more I that do it, but sin that dwelleth in me." Why? Because the spirit, man. Paul's whole mindset was to do good, man. So that's why the scriptures say, "What a righteous man falleth 7 times, man, and getteth up the eighth." Because there are falls, man. In our spirit, we want to do right all the time, man. But being in these chains of darkness, sometimes we find ourselves not doing the things that our spirit wants to do, man. Okay? And that's why we beg and pray and call on Yahweh Ba'al Shai to return with haste and deliver us out of this sticky situation, man. All right? It says, verse 21, "I find then a law that when I would do evil, I find then a law that when I would do good, evil is present with me. For I delight in the law of the Most High after the inward man, the spirit. But I see another law in my members, warring against the law of my mind and bringing me into captivity to the law of sin, which is in my members," man. So there's a constant war, man. The scriptures talk about that. The spirit warred against the flesh and the flesh against the spirit, man. Okay? Let's get that real quick. All right? This is the book of Galatians, chapter 5. Okay? Galatians, chapter 5, and verse 16. "This I say then, walk in the spirit, and ye shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh. For the flesh lusteth against the spirit, and the spirit against the flesh. And these are contrary the one to another, so that ye cannot do the things that ye would." All right? Point blank period. There's a constant war. Okay? That's part of fighting the good fight of faith, man. Understanding and knowing that the spiritual aspect of things hold more weight than the cardinal aspect of things, man. Okay? It is better to just be spiritual than to be cardinal and to be fleshly, man. Not to say that we're gonna perform these things perfectly to 100% T. Nah, sometimes we do fall short. All right, sometimes we need help, man, and that's why again we beg and pray to Yahweh Shemel Shah to hasten these days and deliver us from this situation, man. Okay, because when Yahweh Shah returns, we will get changed. We will receive these new bodies. All right, wherein we will be able to adhere to the spirit forever. Okay, forever. Just like in these bodies right now, our spirit is willing to do good, but we can't. When we get these new bodies, our spirit and our body is going to be on one unison, man. Okay, how much times you get up on the Sabbath, man, and your body is so used to mundane routine of you turning on the stove to make you some tea, or to turn on the stove, if you make coffee the old-fashioned way, right? And here it is, it's a Sabbath, and your spirit, it's a Sabbath. You done woke up, you done blessed the Lord in the Sabbath, you done jumped in the text, in the chat, you done told brothers Shabbat Shalom, but then, you go in the kitchen to go get you something, and then next thing you know, you find yourself with the stove on, with your phone in your hand. You got the kettle on the stove, and it's boiling, and it's not till you hear the fucking tea kettle screaming, then you realize, oh shit, I fucking turned on the fire on the Sabbath. Salaki Yahbashim shall have mercy upon me. Okay? But when we get out of here, man, and we receive these new bodies, that's not going to happen, man. We're going to get up, we're going to know it's a Sabbath, our body is going to be in unison. Okay? All right? And it's going to be a beautiful, mighty thing, man. All right? And that's something I know for a fact I pray and hope that the Lord allows me to see on the first go around, man. Okay? All right? It says, verse 24, it says, Romans 7:24 says, O wretched man that I am, who shall deliver me from the body of this death? Yahweh Shai, man. Okay, I thank the Most High Yahweh through Yahweh Shai Mashiach our Lord. So then with the mind, I myself serve the law of the Most High, but with the flesh, the law of sin. And that's why you should want new bodies, man. To not have to, fall under the servitude of sin anymore, man. We could be fully on Gomo and fully coded and programmed to righteousness in the name of Yahweh Shem Shai, man. Another reason why you should want new bodies is because the Lord is going to restore our strength, man. All right, we in these weak, feeble ass bodies, man. All right, you know how much times. You think about it. How much times probably pumping iron, right? You get swole, you running, your heart's probably beating right, and then you eat a piece of peanut, and then now you're on the ground. You're fucking lungs feel like they just squeezing your airwaves feel like they fucking closing. Then next thing you know, oh, you got peanut allergy. Can't eat a fucking peanut that the Lord created for us to eat, right? Or you walking through the house, all right, and for one moment or two, you don't pay attention to where you stepping, and in the fucking corner of the table, just fucking completely crushes your pinky toe. And now you're on the floor about to freaking, just pass out, man. Okay? Or a bee come around and you panicking because you're like, oh shit, this bee sting me. Oh man, all type, man. The Lord finna restore our strength, man. All right? You might walk for, been on your feet all day working in some shit or walking for 12 hours, get home, your feet swollen and shit. All right, you get up the wrong way out of the bed. Now you got a fucking whole crick in your neck. That's not gonna happen when we get when we get these new bodies in this new, when we get these new bodies, man. Okay, that will not be, man. All right, you go outside to go enjoy the weather, and breeze hit your face. You go in and take a deep breath, breathe in the good air of of chemtrails. That's what this nigga pumping in the air, right? Go take a breath of chemtrail air, and the next thing you know, for the rest of the day, you sneezing, you sniffling, your eyes watering because you got sinuses. Like what? Come on, man. Now you out for a few days out of commission because your sinuses is too fucked up, or a raindrop hit your forehead. And you ain't even much get wet in the rain. Just one raindrop hit your forehead, and now you got a freaking common cold. You in the bed. You gotta bundle up. Be drinking hot tea and shit, man. All right, and all that is because we've sinned, man. All these things that I've mentioned that's happening to us that we experience is because we've sinned, and we're in these bodies of sin. We're in the bodies of death, man. But when Yahweh shall return and we receive these new bodies, all right, we're not going to need to worry about any of that, man, because we're going to be in full order under Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Mind, body, and soul will be in full obedience to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, man. So sin won't be around us anymore. So we're not going to have to worry about sinus issues. We're not going to have to worry about the bee stinging us, man. We're not going to have to worry about having to deal with peanut allergy or fucking stubbing our toe, man. We're not gonna have to worry about common colds. We're not gonna have to worry about cramps. Brothers go through all type of fucking cramps, man. You're not gonna have to worry about your feet getting swollen. All right. We won't have to worry about none of that shit, man. On top of all the other deadly elements or elements that hinder brothers or possibly affect us, man. When we receive these new bodies, we're not going to have to deal with none of that, man. All right. This is the book of Zechariah, chapter 12 and 8. It says, "In that day shall the Lord Yahweh defend the inhabitants of Jerusalem, and he that is feeble among them at that day shall be as David, and the house of David shall be as God, as the angel of the Lord Yahweh before them." That's right, man. That's right, man. All right. So the Lord is going to increase our strength, man. Imagine that the feeble amongst us going to be as David. And King David was a strong, mighty man. All right, and if you strong, mighty, you're gonna be as and you believe in the Lord, man. We're gonna be as the Most High, man. Come on, you gotta think about that. You gotta, call on him like Yabashim Shah, Yabashim Shah, Baba Kasha. Save us, man. Okay, this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 40, and verse 31. All right, it says, let's start up. Let's start at 29. Isaiah 40 and 29, it says, "He giveth power to the faint, and to them that have no might he increaseth strength. Even the youth shall faint and be weary, and the young man shall utterly fall. But they that wait upon the Lord Yahweh shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary, and they shall walk and not faint." So the Lord is going to restore our strength with these new bodies that we're going to receive, man. And it's going to be a mighty thing, man. And I mentioned the laws being in us, man. And I just bring this out and I close out, man. This is the book of Jeremiah 31 and 33. It says, "But this shall be the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel. After those days, saith the Lord Yahweh, I will put my law in their inward parts and write it in their hearts, and will be their power, and they shall be my people," man. All right, so Lord's will, this was edifying. Lord's will, this was edifying. Again, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, El-Shai, Bahashim, Rechakadash, double honors to the apostles and the elders, great millstone, citations to Allah, you out there pushing truth and all truth and sincerity diligently throughout the four corners. Yahweh Bahashim, El-Shai, Bahashim, Rechakadash, Barakatum, Shalom.